I think just the challenge of creating balance between sort of materialistic priorities and, personal life, spiritual priorities.
Okay, so this is a big issue for most of you because young families, young business, a lot of demand in business, demand from kids, big issue, right? Now, let me share a few things because we can talk about balance for a few hours because it's a big topic, right? But let me share a few tips for you. One of the tips I gave in my book, Corporate Sufi, which I wrote in 2002, is the hour of power. The hour of power is 20 minutes meditation, 20 minutes exercise, and 20 minutes reading something uplifting. I call it the 20-20-20. Okay? 20 minutes exercise for your body, 20 minutes reading something uplifting for your mind, and 20 minutes meditation for your soul. So most people will say, good advice, where do I find this hour from? I'm already so busy up to here, and you're telling me 1 hour of this. It's extra work, right? Fair? So I tell them, what do you do the last hour at night? But what do most people do? Most people have something called a remote control. They're watching TV, and they're flicking channels. And nothing is coming yet good, but let me keep flipping. Something will come. 1 hour is gone. Or eating food in the kitchen and complaining again too fat. Or reading a newspaper or something or the other, and you waste an hour or two. Instead, if you go to sleep an hour earlier, wake up an hour earlier, do 20 minutes meditation, 20 minutes exercise, and 20 minutes reading something uplifting, you start your day with a bang. Something for your body, something for your mind, something for your spirit. Now here is the most profound thing. The most profound thing is, as a businessman or a businesswoman, that 1 hour you invest, not expend, you invest, significantly enhances the rest of 23 hours. You're fulfilled. You're energetic. You're creative. You're much more productive. You're much more positive. Now, mothers are sometimes they forget themselves, my wife including. They worry about everybody else and forget themselves, and then they get bitter. They get negative because they haven't looked out themselves. But if a mother was to spend that time for herself, forgetting everybody, for her body, for her mind, for her spirit, she would be much more positive and be much more productive. See, if you're not inspired, you can't inspire somebody else. It's an inside-out approach. What is not inside cannot come out. If you're not happy, you can't make others happy. So look after yourself. It's not selfish. It is selfless. Somebody said earlier, selfless. It is not selfish, it's selfless. So balance is about scheduling. I travel a lot. I'm out of the country 5 to 6 months a year. So you might say, Azim, and then you say you sleep at 8 and wake up at 1. Where is your balance? Right? Here's a guy talking about balance. Where is your balance? Fair comment. In fact, when I'm going to wake up, my wife is going to sleep. She's from Mumbai, by the way. I met her in Vancouver, but she's from Mumbai, and she's a late bird. I'm an early bird. So she goes to sleep at 1, I wake up at 1. So where is the balance? Why you call me here, right? No, jokes aside. What happens is, my wife and I decided, what does balance look like? Okay, what does balance look like? So my wife said, if we can go out 2 nights a week, great. I'm happy, I'm looked after. Something I enjoy doing, movie, coffee, dinner. I said, no problem, done. When I'm in town, Friday night, Saturday night, we go out. Movie, coffee, dinner, whatever. So Friday, Saturday, we go out. Other days, I sleep early. No problem, no argument. If we go out more than 2 days, guess what we end up fighting? Arguing, right? So 2 days is enough. But point is, so I look forward to the 2 nights. She looks forward to it. It's a great balance. It's not rocket science. So the idea is, if you decide as a family, what do we want? What does balance look like to us? Maybe going once a month away for a weekend somewhere. And 7th December coming up is my 25th anniversary with my wife. And we are going, thank you, we are going away to Hawaii for 2 weeks. So when I go back to Vancouver on 7th December, we go to LA and then go on a cruise for 2 weeks to Hawaii. I come back on 21st, then I'm going to Hyderabad for a day to do an event. Come back in the next day, my kids join us in LA, and then we go for a week to Palm Springs. So we do things, but you plan. Once you plan, you decide, the rest of the time you focus. Otherwise, you know what happened? There's always bickering. Every week is a problem. Everything is a problem. So what's happened is, you're neither here, your energy is not there. Now, once I know that I'm out 2 days a week, the other days I'm really focused on my work. And I wake up at 1, guess what? If you phone my office any day when I'm in town, I promise you'll get a voicemail. You won't get me. The voice will say, please leave a message, and I will call you back between 3 and 5 p.m. today. Today. You'll get my call back between 3 and 5 p.m. So from 1 a.m. in the morning till 3 p.m., I'm doing big stuff. There is no interruption. You can't reach me. I can check my message if I want to call back, but I don't have to, because you already got a message. I'm calling you between 3 and 5. Now, why I say this? Because 1 minute of interruption is 20 minutes gone. I have a client in Seattle. He's a billionaire. He told me once that they have a ritual in their office. You know what the ritual is? Every morning at 10 o'clock, every morning, the CEO, the CFO, the COO, the CTO, the CCO, all the CCs, the top people, get up of the room. So there are 7 or 8 of them, get out of the room, they walk to the elevator. They go down the elevator, they walk 2 blocks to Starbucks, buy a cup of coffee, they come back, and they go to their room. So I said, what's the big deal? You went to buy coffee and you came back, what's the big deal? He said, Azim, those 7 to 10 minutes are the best 10 minutes of the day. I said, why? He said, we decided that we don't call each other. Unless it's so crucial, it cannot wait. But in those 10 minutes, we make all the decisions. You make a list of all the problems you have, and all the top people are there, we make a decision. Before, I used to call him, he's not there, he calls him, he's not there, we can't make a decision, we interrupt each other all day, so much time got wasted. Here, we make a note, next morning we all finalize, make a decision, and execute. It's a ritual. What are the rituals you're creating to have balance? You know, I take my son to football. I used to love football, and he plays football. So when I go to football with him, I watch his practices. You know why? When he's playing, I'm walking around the field. So I'm exercising and I'm watching him. I give him all the tips. It's a ritual. So it's multitasking. So create some rituals which are simple, effective, practical to achieve balance. It won't be there will never be perfect balance. And by the way, what is balance? What is balance? Was Mother Teresa balanced? Was Nelson Mandela balanced? Was Oprah Winfrey balanced? So some people feed their soul, and for them that's balance. But you just decide what is balance for us as a family, and then implement it. Make sense?